Mentoring, the secret weapon of CEOs. Welcome to Brave, Bold, Brilliant. Now, what we're going to talk about today in this episode is why having a mentor is absolutely the secret weapon of elite CEOs and business leaders. Now, often when we are running our businesses, or you're running a big organization, or even a small team, but under a lot of pressure, what we often find is when that pressure builds, as a CEO, as an MD, as a business leader, as a business owner, you can often become reactive, under stress, making decisions based on emotion. But when you get yourself a mentor, that gives you focus and structure and calmness throughout what can be a very difficult time. So let's get into this. I am hugely passionate about this topic because I have always had mentors throughout my entire professional life. And I've been around the block a bit. I've been in business 30 plus years. And, it's been hugely helpful for me. And I would say whenever I have introduced a mentor into my life, it's allowed me to absolutely catapult forward. And in some cases, actually 10x my results. So this stuff absolutely works. And I've been lucky to work with some of the best mentors in the business. But also today, I'm privileged to mentor some of the biggest business leaders in the world, which is a huge privilege for me. So then let's get into this. Now, why do you need a mentor? Well, to be perfectly honest, it can be really lonely at the top. And as I say, that pressure builds, doesn't it? Decisions need to come from you. The team's looking for you to be setting the strategy and the purpose. You've got to manage all the stakeholders that you have to navigate through. You've got to deliver the results, right? And it can be really lonely when you are in that position. So having a mentor absolutely will help you not be lonely and have a great sounding board, And as a business leader, we all only know what we know, So it's so important to learn from others and to be able to have someone by your side that is going to keep you accountable and is actually going to really help you step up into that next level that you're trying to achieve, both individually as a business leader, but also for your teams and the organization that you're moving forward and running. So it's so important. And in today's world, it's even more important because if you think about it, everything is going so much faster. AI is disrupting pretty much every single sector. The pressure on delivering results is higher than ever before. And customers and clients are becoming even more savvy with what they want and what they're looking for from a brand and from an organization. So it's so much more important today than ever to actually, have a mentor in your life. And, what are you going to get? What are the benefits from having a mentor? Well, it's going to give you fresh thinking. You're going to learn a different approach from what you maybe have learned in the past. It's going to allow you to focus on what you're trying to achieve. Accountability. A good mentor will absolutely be there to give you, support, guidance, a cuddle when you need it if you're having a tough time. But they are also there to make sure you are moving forward. And that accountability that only comes from having a mentor and someone that's going to keep you on track and quite frankly will call out your BS if you're just kidding yourself. So, it's this really special actually combination that you're looking for from a mentor. And, it provides a safe space. We often find, that life doesn't fit into neat little boxes. You don't have your business here and your career here and your family there and your personal life there. It often blends. And actually, when you work with a mentor, it provides a really safe space because sometimes we find that work might overlap with our personal lives and vice versa. So it can lead to some quite, intimate conversations, I would say. When you have a great mentor, you're basically going to learn from their mistakes, so that you don't make those same mistakes. And actually, it's going to help you navigate challenges when they're coming up. but also grab the opportunities. And if you have a mentor that is extremely well connected, then that is going to open up a whole new world of introductions and networking opportunities as well. So there's so many reasons and so many benefits of having a mentor. Honestly, it is going to absolutely transform your growth. It's going to transform your results and ultimately help you be a better leader, a better person. So what I often get asked is, well, how do you go about finding a mentor? Well, as I say, I'm going to cover that. I've got 9 points really to take you through, which is going to help you find the perfect mentor for you. Now, as I say, I've always had mentors throughout my entire career. And normally it's been at a time when there's been a change. Maybe I've had a promotion, or I have been facing into maybe a new scenario. So I'll give you an example. When I got promoted to become the managing director of the emerging markets at TUI, I was reporting into the group CEO, a gentleman called Peter Long. And I was really, in most cases, the only woman in the boardroom. I'm going back a few years now. So thankfully, things are changing. But it was a very tough environment. And Jackie Simmons, who was our group HR director at the time, actually said to me, Jeanette, you need a mentor at this time because it's going to really help you navigate through. And it was absolutely transformational for me. So that's one example. When we started our property business and we knew we wanted to build a significant property business, my husband and I, we went and got educated because we knew we were going to be investing significant money. And we went with the largest property education company in the UK, Progressive Property. But not only that, we then went one step further and we decided to be mentored directly by the founders, Rob Moore and Mark Homer. Huge investment, but actually we have, 10x that investment. And it really helped us invest in the right way and learn everything we needed to know about property investing. So those are just a couple of examples where I personally have really benefited. But the most thing you need to think about as well is finding the right person, right? You've got to find the right person that's got the level of experience you're looking for, but you've got a good fit. Can you actually feel a connection with this individual? So I'm going to take you through a few points now on how you can find your perfect mentor. All right. So first one is you've got to identify what it is you're looking for from a mentor, right? And some of that might be business related. Some of it might be that you're at a certain stage of life and you're thinking about the next phase for yourself. So be clear around what you're looking for from a mentor. The example of property that I gave you there, we were looking for someone that had deep knowledge in an industry that we did not have that direct experience ourselves. Okay. So, think about what you want from a mentor. Secondly, then you need to do some research. And I would suggest in the same way as you would recruit someone into a role, do some research, get a long list maybe of maybe 5 or 6 mentors that you potentially could be interested in. Obviously, you could do your research either online or you might get some personal recommendations, which is a great way actually of being introduced to people. And then you've got to do your due diligence. You need to check them out. Go on LinkedIn, do a bit of LinkedIn stalking, have a look at their websites, see what testimonials they have from clients, etc. So you've got to really do your due diligence before you have a conversation. And then from there, it's a case of meeting up, going through, could be online, you could meet in person, but you want to then get a feel for that individual mentor. So you're able to really understand their experience, the fit, the style, the way they work, etc., what their fees are. Because, if you're investing, the best investment you will ever make is in yourself, 100%. Now, mentors, you could be going down a formal arrangement or an informal arrangement. But in the case of a formal arrangement, this process is really important. So you've got to meet with them. And then you've got to assess the fit against your criteria. And I'm a big believer in get it out of your head and down on paper, because that can really help find the clarity that you're looking for. And as I say, you're not just looking for experience, you're looking for a connection, you're looking for more of a fit in terms of style and approach. And is this someone that you can trust? that you feel you could speak openly with. That's the most important part, as well as the actual experience that they bring. And then you're going to kick off, aren't you? You'll have an initial session. And in that session, I would recommend that you're clear on the goals that you want to achieve out of the time you're going to work with someone. And also keep an open mind. Because what I find when I work with people one-to-one, and I've been lucky enough to work with some incredible business leaders at an executive level, some amazing entrepreneurs and business founders. Sometimes I'm actually working with them on preparing their business for sale. In the case of a corporate executive, often it's around what the next kind of career move will be for them, internally or externally. So, it's a great way to actually get super clear. But that's what I do at the beginning, try to understand what that person is going to get out of it. But what I also find is, as you go through the process, things will pop up. Circumstances can change. I mean, some of the people that I have mentored, they've been in one organization in a very senior role. Then there's been some form of restructure where they are then leaving that organization. Well, then work with them in the interim period of actually preparing themselves for the next big role, and then right the way through to securing another job and actually onboarding. So, 40% of the people I work with stay with me for 4 years plus. Now, that sounds like a very long time. And actually, a lot can happen in 4 years, but that's the point. So we do a great job at building that roadmap together, and that's so important. So I hope that's given you an idea as to how to go about finding your perfect mentor. Trust your gut as well. Trust your gut on this, because if it feels right, most likely it will be right. And then the next question that I get asked a lot is when? When should I get a mentor? Well, everyone is different, okay? But I'm going to scope out a couple of circumstances which might be the catalyst for you getting a mentor. As I say, I love mentoring people directly. I get nothing greater satisfaction than seeing people step up. I've had clients that have, worked with me for 3 years, for 4 years, and actually they have 10x that investment, but, have got so many great results as, a byproduct of working together. So really important. But the circumstances, you might have a change in your circumstances. So you might have got a promotion, for example, or you might have actually, been exited from a role or from a business. It's very, very common to be facing a redundancy scenario. Or you might decide that you want to start a business, or maybe you've just bought a new business. So there's a change in your circumstances that actually means you need a mentor in your life to help you. So that's one scenario. The second scenario is when you feel yourself that you really want to take yourself to the next level. So this is really about, developing yourself, preparing before the opportunity comes up. And this is I'm a big believer in don't get ready, be ready. And this is a way for you to do that. The third scenario is if you're feeling stagnant. Maybe you've been in a role a long time. Maybe you've been running your business a long time. Maybe your circle, your network is pretty stable, and you really are just feeling a little bit like you need some fresh reinvigoration into what you're doing. So if you're feeling stagnant. And then the fourth scenario is if you have a plan, a roadmap, and an opportunity you want to go for, and you need help actually unlocking that opportunity. All right. So let me just recap on those four. So either there's been a change in your circumstances and you need to be stepping into that new scenario. 2, you actually want to get ready ahead of an opportunity coming up. So you're really into your personal development. The third one is if you're feeling stagnant. And the fourth one is if you have a plan and you have an opportunity identified, but you're not sure how to get there. So those are really the 4 scenarios, which are all incredibly powerful, and a mentor will help you get there. So I know I've covered a lot. It is an important topic, but listen, honestly, if you are looking to work with someone that is going to help you catapult your success, 10x your investment, take yourself to the next level, then send me a message, right? I only work with a limited number of people. So it's so important that we connect as soon as possible. So do that. I'm here to help. I'd love to be able to help you on your career journey, on your business journey, and really helping you unlock that brilliant state that I know you're ready and keen to do. So make sure we connect. And of course, if you are not part of Brave, Bold, Brilliant community, make sure you join Brave, Bold, Brilliant. Go onto the website, www.brave-bold-brilliant.com. And of course, if you're listening to this on iTunes or on Spotify on the podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And on YouTube, we have daily content, daily business content to help you. So again, subscribe to the channel. So, so important. But all I would say to you is remember that having a mentor is the secret weapon to elite business leaders. So if you want to be an elite business leader, get yourself a mentor, give us a call, and connect with Brave, Bold, Brilliant. And remember, it's by being brave and bold that you will unlock your brilliant.